Clark finally meets his Kryptonian mother, but unlocking the past may have just doomed Earth's future. Doctor Doomed.
That's wrong comics.
Dang it. As Lara returns and Zor-El unleashes his plan to wipe out humanity with a global eclipse, Clark is stripped of his powers and forced to choose between family and destiny. My density has popped me to you. Density.
Yeah. Back to the Future.
Thank you. And when skies darken, one hero disappears without a trace. That's right, everybody. Hello! I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
hopefully awesome.
That's right. Positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is somebody smile.
We're tired.
I was wondering what was going on there. Matt ZR in chat says, it's about damn time things are live. This was a blue time waiting for this. Blue balls, am I right? Gotta keep them waiting.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, we were late. It's true.
We're here.
It's true, everybody. But you know who wasn't late, Maggie?
Clark.
Our Patreon producers for the month. That's right, everybody. Thank you for being our Patreon producers. Basilius of Stupidonia. We greatly appreciate you. Remember, this is Going Back to Smallville, weekly vodcast where Maggie and I rewatch and recap every episode of Smallville, week by week, episode by episode. We're currently in the season 7 mid-range. We're about in the middle of the season. Because remember, this is a shorter season. Yeah. So we only go, I think it's 18 episodes. And this is episode 8. So, like, we're right there. Right there, baby. There. And, like, here's the fun part. The writer strike hasn't even happened yet. And the season's already garbage.
Yay.
Nailed it, Maggie.
Sailor Pandy in chat. Happy to see y'all. Happy to see you.
Hey, what's up, Sailor Pandy? Man, let me tell y'all. One of these days, we're going to do, like a stream where we just talk for, like, about nothing. And, like, we'll catch y'all up on, like, just all the crappy depression stuff. Like, it's fine. Everything's fine. And we're fine. But, like, it's been a couple of weeks. Just everything's chaos right now. Everything's fine. Again, to be clear, everything is fine.
It's like I go on my break from my job and everything goes to hell.
It's true, Maggie. You know what? But, hey, we may not be able to go to hell, but we can go back to Smallville.
Wow.
Is that the best segue I've ever done?
No,
we may
I feel
not be
like
able to go to hell, but we can go to Smallville.
Sorry, I got cold chill. I feel like that might be in the top 5. I feel like there's better ones.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sailor Pandy says I feel that 100%.
Dude, right? It's just God.
Let's just open up a Discord and like.
But that's the problem is I'd have to be in the Discord in order to use the Discord. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And I have not, dude. Our comment section and Discord have been abandoned by me for like 3 weeks almost.
Oh, I've been trying to answer stuff.
I appreciate that. It's just and like the longer it goes, the worse it is. You know, when you're allowed.
Yeah, the kids.
Oh, the kids. Okay, I was like, I don't keep
like
you
I
from
take
it, I
take 1 second to just do this. It's either smack down my hand.
Wait, sorry, Matt ZR in chat. The Oracle.
This season has 20 episodes.
How? That's a normal season. I thought it was cut short because of the writer strike. Is that for real? That doesn't make any sense to me. Cause like I thought that was like my one gimme for this season for them was that they, you know.
I think DJ Knight's backing him up.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I was like, oh well, they were shorted like 5 episodes, so it makes sense that they, you know, had to rush some stuff. But no, that's basically a normal season. Like most seasons have 21, 22 episodes.
Yeah.
This is 20. They didn't have to rush. There's one thing that they rushed. Okay. I'm not, again, no spoilers. But near the end of this season, there's a part. Sorry, my hair is like sticking up. A big event takes place before the opening credits. From nowhere. All right, it's not set up in the
It's a shooting
previous.
star thing again.
It's
Isn't it?
not shooting star. It's not set up in the previous episode, and it just starts, and then this thing happens, and like, sorry,
I was like,
huh?
wait, huh?
Something buzzed me. And I was like, oh well, maybe they just had to do that because writer strike, they ran out of time, you know.
Mm.
But no. A normal season is, like Matt said, about 22 episodes. Wow.
DJ Nuts
Crazy.
is almost as painful as the train hitting the DeLorean. And
Oh, dude. Oh, don't get me started, man. What a shame. What a shame that was. I love Back to the Future Part 3. You know what? One of these days,
I do love that movie too.
I had this thought. We should do a mini-series going back to the future. Right?
Going back.
Back to the future. No, I think we just, it doesn't work as far as like our naming conventions,
Yes.
but it also does work. And I say we just use it. I say we lean into it. Going back to the future. And we could do a couple of things. Like we do all the movies, of course.
Yes.
But then we could also
Cartoon.
do. I don't want to do every cartoon. Like, I mean, I don't want to do them individually. We could maybe
No,
cover it
no.
as a whole.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare torture us.
But
like
also
that.
the rod. We could cover the rod because
yeah.
that's basically a part 4 kind of.
Yeah.
And then we could also cover, if we wanted to do like the DeLorean documentary, could do that. We could do the musical that's out now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough there.
There's
We stretched Turtles enough
Yeah.
to cover a miniseries. I think we could do Going Back to the Future.
There's a janitor at my school. He tells sometimes some of the biggest fibs, but I think this one was for real. Like just how detailed it was. I was like, okay, he's not lying.
Yeah.
He said, whenever I was a senior in high school, there's this one chick and I got to date her. And I said, oh, that's great. He said, I got to take her to prom. And guess what her dad had? I said, what? He said, a DeLorean.
Oh my God.
I was like, so did you ever get to like sit in it, drive it? He said, I drove it to prom. I was like,
Bullshit. No,
like,
he did not.
what?
He did not do that. There ain't no way. One, he's probably never even seen a boob. All right. So first off, there's that. Second off, there ain't no way, even if he did date a woman, a girl, a teenager, whatever, even if that did happen and her dad did just so happen to have a DeLorean, ain't no shot her dad let him drive the DeLorean to prom.
it was the 80s, man.
No, it didn't happen. I can tell you, I don't know who you're talking about. I can tell you with 100% certainty. All right. I mean, I don't even fucking care if it was a Volkswagen Beetle. Like, what dad is going to let
piece of crap dad.
their daughter's prom date take his car? And I mean, it's not like a DeLorean was a nothing car. Like, I mean, it wasn't, prestige or anything, but like, it's not like it was, a Ford POS. Like, I mean, but even then, like, you still wouldn't let him take that. You kidding me? No, get the fuck out of here. No way. The dad would drive him to prom before he would let the dude take his own car. Like, it's not happening. This fucker ever seen Spider-Man Homecoming? Listen, this is season 7, episode 8, Blue. Special thanks to Smallville.fandom.com for helping us create the information for this episode. This is 140th episode overall. 140 episodes. 10 episodes away from the 150th, Maggie. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
We've sat through 140 episodes of Smallville. We've done like over 150 of these.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Original air date was November 15th, 2007. What?
We got Cosmotron 200. Ooh,
Cosmotron.
I like the name.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
See, you got the Superman shirts on.
That's right.
Of course.
That's right. We usually wear matching shirts, but Maggie got barf on hers.
Yeah.
Not her own.
My babies.
Is the baby's
Baby.
barf.
The babies.
They released the tickets. They're not Actually, let me double check.
Oh God.
I just want to make sure that they've not gone live yet, everybody. Listen. I was watching what's the guy? Secret Galaxy. Not Secret Galaxy.
Oh,
Who the fuck is it?
rock stars, new rock stars.
Yeah. And they was like, oh, tickets have gone on sale.
If I get a driver's license, I could get my own car. Hey, go for it, DJ.
Do it. Get you a DeLorean. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Get you a train.
get you.
Get you a train, buddy. Do it.
Don't listen to him.
Do
DJ.
it. Do it. The Amazon tickets went on sale, not normal tickets, just to be clear. Listen.
Henry Puke. Yep, Matt TR. Thanks.
Written by Todd Slavkin and Darren Swimmer, no relation to David Schwimmer.
Nope.
Still not funny. Previous episodes include Season 2's Duplicity, Visage, Rush, Accelerate,
Rush.
Season 3's Extinction, Asylum, Velocity, Resurrection. Velocity is the Pete the Boss Ross episode, just to be clear. Resurrection, Covenant, Season 4's Transference, Recruit, Commencement, and Season 5's Arrival, Aqua, Solitude, Hypnotic, Fragile, Season 6's Sneeze, Rage, and Freak, and Phantom. Sorry, I didn't realize there was another one. And Season 7's Kara.
Phantoms.
So they also wrote Kara. Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms. Yeah. Directed by Glenn Winter, whose previous episodes include Season 5's Cyborg, Season 6's Fallout, and Crimson. That's it. It's all the previews for that one. Following synopsis for this episode, everything changes as Clark unlocks a long-buried family secret. When a mysterious blue crystal resurrects his Kryptonian mother, Lara, Clark is overwhelmed with emotion, but her return sets off a deadly chain of events. Zor-El resurfaces with a plan to wipe out humanity. Kara's loyalties are tested, and Clark is stripped of his powers just as the world falls under an eclipse. New Twilight eclipse, am I right?
I think Coolsville sucks.
As alliances fracture and memories vanish, one thing becomes clear. Clark's greatest threat is not an enemy, but family.
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 Family don't
Family.
run.
Family.
Family don't run.
Family. Family. Family.
Cosmotron.
Family.
Cosmotron 200. I was skeptical when we weren't getting a trailer for Superman, but the new trailer has me very hyped.
Dude, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
July is stacked.
July is so stacked. It's so stacked. Is this worth bringing up right now? This photo of baby Joey.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
You forgot about baby Joey? We bought him.
I know. We have
This is July. You can't see anything. There you go. Here's July for everybody.
Yeah, that's our
Doofus the dinosaur and baby Joey.
That's our manger for July.
Does anybody have any thoughts on who the fuck baby Joey is?
Anybody.
Anyone. I'm open.
Let's start some in
who
Discord.
the fuck is baby Joey? Is he this month's or this year's Wet Greg?
What, Gary?
Well, whatever his name is. This
Gary.
is season 7, episode 8, Blue. Dabba-dee, dabba-da. Maggie, what do you think about this episode? They found me, Marty. I don't know how, but they found us. Run for it, Marty. Oh my God, they found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty. That's what it sounds like. Going back to the future. I'm telling you. It's gonna
Oh
be big.
my Lord. Anyways, what did I
Listen,
think?
Maggie, he didn't have enough time to build it to scale. Okay, he hopes the crudity of the model doesn't throw you off.
Anyways, I don't know, kind of liked and hated this episode.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that.
No, you're fine. Mushra50 in chat says, I still think that's sad that the creator of Rick and Morty no longer voices the characters no more because of a false sexual assault charge. Yeah, that... I don't know enough about it to fully comment.
Yeah.
I will say I think it was the right choice to pause him. I don't know if, keeping him away? I don't know.
Ouch.
Just depending on I mean, if it was false, then obviously there's things. But I would go as far as to say that if it was only this one instance, and it was proved false, I would go as far as to say is that perhaps it would have been reconsidered. But the fact that it's not been leads me to believe that maybe there was internal looking into things, and they found maybe that there were some other questionable things. Not necessarily sexual assault. Maybe it was, drinking on the job. I mean, we've seen that.
Yeah,
We've watched it, So I don't know. But I would rather... I mean, I'm glad they, went ahead and took him off. I mean, as opposed
right.
to... No, let me finish. I'm glad they went ahead and took him off under the allegations as opposed to letting him stay as possible and being proven guilty and letting him stay on the show. Like, I would prefer him not be on there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because, I mean, if he was guilty and he was on there, then, like, fuck the show.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that crap.
Yeah.
But, like, if he's not guilty and not on there, then it's like, well, I mean, everybody tried their best.
Yeah.
All right. Back to you, Maggie. What do we think
Is
about this
anything
episode?
going to happen?
With what? With that?
With your ADHD?
Well, I mean, I wanted to comment on it.
It's like branches of tree. It just kept on
Hey, Maggie, it's one
splitting.
tree with two branches.
on a
Right.
hill.
I was quoting the Karate Kid, you son of a bitch.
One tree.
One tree, two branches. All right?
I know, but one tree on a hill.
One tree. Wow. Wow. Good job, Maggie.
Anyways, what I think of this episode, I kind of liked it and hated it. Like, I liked the parts about Clark and his mom, him getting to know his mom better. Well,
Yeah.
a version of his mom, I should say.
A virgin.
A version. God,
Got her. Got her.
asshole. Kara's dad, I understand we needed an antagonist of some sort, but I'm not a fan.
Of Zor-El?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, he sucked. Like, listen. This episode is, on the surface, it has decent ideas.
Yeah.
And then it just feels, there's so much in this that, like, they could have taken a little bit longer. And I get maybe they were, they knew the writer strike was probably going to happen. So, like, maybe they were trying to, like, wrap up or even set up some question marks because I some people may have better understanding of this than I do.
Yeah.
But I feel like at the time, just based off of vibes at the time, right? I was reading Krypton site and stuff, but I feel like at the time, Smallville wasn't as necessarily, its future wasn't as certain.
Yeah.
Right. And so I feel like they start tossing out these threads to, like, be like, hey, you got to keep watching, like, just to entice people, right? Because think about it, we're in the middle of November sweeps, right? So, I mean, they're trying to get as many viewers as possible. And, like, when you really take a step back and you think about everything that they set up in this, there's a lot going on. Like, there's Lois's story, which is
stupid.
not only Lois sleeping with her boss, which, yes, agreed, is ridiculous. Lois wouldn't do that. Even if she has done it in the past, I don't know. But, like, just the character of Lois doesn't feel like that would be something she would do.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she'd put her integrity on the line like that. That's just me. Again, even if it happened in the comics, I don't know. Maybe it did. I don't know. But not only that, but it's also her boss is actually Julian Luther, which we're going to talk about. Don't worry. We'll get into that. And then we got, of course, Lara, Clark's mom, showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Clark's uncle being evil. We got Kara losing her memory, like being zapped to Detroit and losing her memory. What the hell is any of that? We got Jor-El saying he's going to do something to Clark. We don't know what. We're like, oh, I guess she's going to be naked in an S again. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, right? It's just, there's so much. And like, for what?
Yeah.
Like, it not for what, but like, it's all so chaotic. And it's all just thrown out there. And I think that's a lot of my issue with season 7 as a whole. Is just there's so many things that feel like they just do it without really. It's so haphazard. Yeah. You know? And like the fact that the showrunners leave at the end of season 7, I feel like leads to there had to have been more going on behind the scenes. I'm not saying people were like arguing or anything. I'm not trying to start any like fake drama or anything like that. But at the very least, the showrunners wanted to leave, you know?
Yeah.
And if they didn't, if they were forced out, then that too, there's an issue, right?
Yeah.
So like, I think this episode is like on the surface fine, and in actuality is just kind of
horrible,
messy. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even bring up there's new kryptonite.
Yeah.
And Clark loses his powers. And like, there's a world-changing event, technically, that happens in this episode.
Freaking eclipse,
like about the same level as like the Dark Monday. You know, when Lex Zod like closed out all the computer networks and shit. Like basically on that
all
level.
the Black Friday deals were going on.
Exactly.
On Monday.
That's Cyber Monday. How dare you? It's just a lot, and I feel like that's kind of the problem. Like if this had been, you know, I don't know. I don't even think spreading it out would have been better. Maybe if it just had more, less. I don't know. I don't really know how you fix this. I just feel like they made some bad choices. I feel like the fact that Kara was introduced this season and is such a non-character in this episode, which is very much about the family dynamic, which is her whole point of being there. Yeah. Right? That she's just so throwaway. Yeah. That like they literally send her to Detroit and wipe her memories. And like you know, like, and that's like the only thing we can think of that happened to Kara in this episode. Yeah. You know, like it just, I don't know. I feel like this, you think about like, okay, you think about when Lex was losing his mind, right? You think about that mid-season finale when it's playing like Johnny Cash hurt, right?
Oh yeah.
And season 3, and Lex finally finds out about Clark's powers, and like Lionel has him committed. And you know, the guy that Clark had ripped off, Morgan Edge, you know, in Metropolis while he was Cal, like he shows up and has a face exchange and like all this stuff. Like you think about that mid-season finale, and there's so much that had been layered and set up throughout those first 8 episodes to get to the payoff of that, right? And this is just, hey, here's a bunch of fucking shit that we thought of. Here you go.
We're throwing it all in.
Yeah. And here's blue kryptonite. You know? Like, it's just so
here's a blue,
messy. It's
blue
so messy.
Raspberry Jolly Rancher.
Exactly, Maggie. Exactly. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. It's not the worst episode I've ever seen. It's just frustrating. Because, like, we've seen the show is highly capable of doing better. Bless you. Of doing better than this. And it just couldn't do it. Maziar says it's always been said that Alan Miles were already planning on leaving after the 7th season. I mean, I guess, but like, why did they want to leave after season 7? It definitely felt like they ended their run at episode 100. You know. Like Eric Kripke leaving at the end of season 5 of Supernatural feels like accurate, because like that story wraps up. That could literally be the end of the series, except for like one thing. And so like that, I believe it just feels like, I don't know. We'll keep doing it. Yeah. We'll do season 6. Is there money? Are you paying? You got waffles? We'll be there.
Cinnamon?
And they're like, oh, we're back again? Okay. We'll do season 7, sure. And then they're like, you know what? We kind of want to make I Am number 4. So we'll go do that now.
I don't know either, man.
Anyway, anything else you want to say before we get into breaking down the relationships shit of this
No.
episode? All right. Let's get into war. What is it good for?
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Again.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Sailor Pandy in chat says, I'd show up for waffles.
I would too.
Mushra50 in chat says, the reason I don't like My Adventures of Superman is because the animation looks really recycled. Lois looks like the Lance from Voltron Legendary Defender, and Superman looks like Shiro. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Like, we're talking about the newest one, right? Like My Adventures with Superman.
I think so.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it, I mean, I actually really dug it. I
Yeah.
thought it was kind of anime-ish
Ish.
inspired.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was good. And what's his name? Can't think of his name. Right? From The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. He was even in that one Kids' Choice Awards we watched. I cannot
What?
think of his name.
Oh,
I see
what's
his dad.
His dad.
I see his dad like plain as day in my head. He was in that movie. He was Reagan. And he was in The Substance.
I heard something.
I can't think of his name. David Duchovny.
No.
Hasselhoff.
No.
Don Juan Delanuche. It doesn't matter. Well, you'll figure it out. War, what is it good for? How the relationships have progressed this week. So how Clark and Lana have progressed this week. I know it's going to drive me insane if you want to look it up. Thank
Jesus
you. I'm
Christ.
sorry. Clark and Lana are still a bit on the outs with one another, but she does help keep Lara hidden for a moment until like Zor-El shows up and throws her into a gate or whatever. Lara tells Lana to not let the darkness win.
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. So it's his son,
Yes.
Rodney Quaid.
Shit. I was hoping that
Billy
triggered-
Quaid.
No.
Chad Quaid. Jack Quaid. It's Jack. Jack Quaid. Laurie tells her to not let the darkness win. Lana tells Clark she's not sure she's good enough for Clark, but Clark reassures her that she's not that far gone and he still believes in her. Fuck this relationship. I fucking hate this relationship. Like, it went from being fine to awful,
Yeah.
like in 2 episodes. I hate it. I hate it. It's just so boring. Like, what are we doing? Lana has never been the darkness of the show, you know? Like, if anything, she's supposed to represent Clark's desire for humanity and, like, you know,
She sucks.
fighting the selfishness of himself.
They don't know
you
how to write her. They don't
No,
know.
they don't. They don't know
They-
what the hell they're doing. with
They
her.
don't know how to write women. Like, at all.
Yeah, no. I mean, the way they treated Lois in this is hot fucking garbage.
Yeah. Like,
know.
they don't at all. Like,
No
how-
agency.
No.
And, like, fucking Gabriel is, like, awful.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's, like, I mean, maybe he's cute. Maybe. I don't think he is.
No.
But, like, maybe.
He looks like a rat.
But, like, I don't know, man. God almighty. Like, she's hooked up with, like, Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
And then she goes to Gabriel? Fuck no. 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 She definitely wouldn't be losing her job for that shit. Get out of here. How Lex and Lana progress this week, they don't interact.
Thank God.
Yeah. How Clark and Lex progress this week, they don't fucking interact either.
Thank God.
Yeah, neither. And, it just doesn't happen. How Jimmy, Chloe, and Kara have progressed this week. Though Jimmy Olsen does not appear in this episode, Kara does inform Clark that the city, that she has just returned from Coast City on a trip with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Coast City.
Surfing.
I forgot to put this in the DC references. Coast City, home of the Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan?
Thank you, Hal Jordan. I don't know
What is
I don't
wrong
know. I
with
wanted to
you?
say Jeff Johns, and I was like, I know that's the writer, but I know that's not his name. Why the fuck am I saying that? But no, it's Coast City. Also blown up by Cyborg Superman. But not the Cyborg Superman that Zor-El became, but the original Cyborg Superman, which was Hank Henshaw. There you go. There it is. Because Zor-El becomes the Cyborg Superman in the New 52.
Oh.
But the original Cyborg Superman from the Death of Superman
Hank
storyline was Hank Henshaw.
Gotcha.
And he blew up Coast City with Mongol, the dark side, dark side's son ish,
Something like that.
Yeah, that guy.
Cousin.
They go down there, they blow shit up, and Hal's like, "Fuck!" And then he uses all of his Green Lantern powers to like remake Coast City with like fucking people and shit. Okay, but it's all like constructs, right? And the Guardians, the Oa Guardians, are like, "You can't be doing that shit, man." And so they try to take his ring away, and he's like, "Fuck this!" And like he kills every Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
And that's when he goes bad and becomes Parallax, which then turns out to be the Fear Demon and all that stuff. But we're not gonna talk about.
And he
all that.
becomes a cloud.
No, that was no. We don't talk about that, Maggie. How dare you? He flies into the sun. He flies into the sun to stop the darkest hour. And then he becomes the Spectre, which is what they did in Crisis on Infinite Earths in the Arrowverse. But instead of letting it be Hal Jordan, they replaced it with Oliver Queen because their lead character was Oliver Queen, not Hal Jordan. But they basically just stole Hal's whole thing, gave it to Oliver Queen. And then they butchered Smallville. All right, moving on. How Clark and Lois have progressed this week. Clark and Lois do not directly interact, but Lois's relationship with Grant comes under fire when Chloe finds out about it. Honestly, good on Chloe for calling shit out.
Yeah.
I feel like she's doing the right thing. But also like a little naive there at the end. Like it felt very, very obvious that Lois and Gabriel were still together, and Chloe
Yeah.
was just like, "It'll be okay, cuz."
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And I'm glad they didn't try and do something stupid where Chloe's like, "You better give me the next story, or I'm telling everybody about."
Yeah,
Like, I'm glad they didn't do
no.
that shit. Let's see here. Chloe warns Lois to not do this because no one will ever believe her or her work and only see her as being able to get ahead because she was sleeping with her editor. Lois promises Chloe to end it with Gabriel. Lex then tells Gabriel to end his relationship with Lois because she is too curious, and it's only a matter of time before she finds out the truth that he is, in fact, Julian Luthor.
Not the one I thought it would be.
There you go. That was more what I was going to. Maggie, thoughts on this fucking shit? This is stupid.
Pile of Triceratops poop.
Like, listen, we get all the answers eventually, okay? Like, I don't want to mislead you to let you think that they're gonna just like give us what they gave us in this episode, and that's all the explanation we get. Okay, the fact that he was left up for adoption, even though he died, like we get answers to like that whole thing. Okay,
He's
but-
not Julian Luthor.
he is Julian Luthor.
He is?
He is Julian Luthor. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you anything else. He is Julian Luthor, and we do get details. But I'm just saying, it is still shit though. Like,
It is.
Like, no. I mean, like, even with the answers, it's garbage. Like,
Well, I think it's just
crap.
garbage, period.
Like, that was like maybe one of the only things that they really gave us to add to Lex Luthor to like give him dimension,
Yeah.
and like,
And now they've taken it away.
yeah, they're just shitting on it. They're using it to make just a fucking terrible storyline about Lois sleeping with her editor.
Yeah.
Like, what a waste. What a fucking waste. You know? I don't want to get too much more into this because there are still some reveals, but still, it's awful. It's just awful. Lex's long thought dead brother who is actually given up for adoption. That's a quote.
Oh,
By the way, yeah. Lois and Gabriel break up and then make out and are pretty much still together, just more secretive than ever. Any thoughts on? I mean, other than just it's
Stupid.
stupid.
I agree. Matt Zero, extremely awful.
Let's see here. Matt ZR says, I get Lana being dark due to the manipulation of the Luthers, but I think they've caused her to go way too far. Yeah, I mean, it's just it just sucks. It's just the way it's written. It's terrible. It's, and I'm not trying to be mean to like the writers. I don't even know who I blame here. I feel like I do know who I blame. I blame Al and
Alan Go.
Like that's who I blame
I'll
if
go.
I'm being honest, irregardless of whether or not they were forced out, planning to leave or whatever. This is their ship. And right now their ship is fucking sinking, okay?
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, it's their fault.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if people were pushing for this. And I don't know. This feels like such a lack of awareness of the characters you've created. This to me, this reeks of like How I Met Your Mother series finale. Okay, where it's like, hey, all that character development we've done
I feel like
for
that's
like
such a
7
fever
years.
Dream. Yes.
We're just gonna throw all that away. Don't even worry about that. All right, because we wrote this at the end of season 2,
yeah. And we're sticking with
using it. We're using. It doesn't matter what
We
happened with
can't
Barney.
get those kids
doesn't
back.
matter what happened with Robin. We're fucking using this shit.
Yeah, we
all
can't
right?
get Ted's kids back. So because they're old now.
Aw,
Puppy and Struck Love and
Hikari.
say, I miss you all. We miss you, Hikari. I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, hope you're getting to feeling better. We've heard. Yeah, I thought I heard something. Hate you're still feeling bad, but we love you. What'd you say? Viv is yelling now, asking if Kari was talking to us. So, but she thinks you're Kari from Digimon, I believe. Probably, right? Your muse.
I guess.
Let's see here. Smallville, Jay Walker in chat says Smallville was my favorite series till Kristen filmed Street Fighter.
Damn.
I get it. I get it.
I mean, she could think that. Yes, of course. Hikari, we would.
We told her you have Koromon, so we didn't tell her that. All right. Although I will say she does also see Sailor Pandy's photo every once in a while,
What she says.
and she loves it.
Yes.
She's like, "Oh no, that's Sailor Pandy." Like
Yeah.
she thinks Sailor Pandy's like a
Or
character.
actual. No.
No,
No,
we're not talking about you.
Vivian.
We're talking about a different Vivian. We're talking about my grandmother. What?
I'll go.
You got her.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all are loved.
Here we go. Let's get into continuity.
Carry on my wayward son.
All right, everybody. Blue. The name of the episode is both a color and a wavelength. Blue is a reference to both the blue crystal and blue kryptonite, both of which feature prominently in the episode. It is similar to the season 2 episode Red, which introduces red kryptonite. After Clark puts the blue crystal in the fortress console, the entire fortress turns blue, and it remains blue until Clark takes the blue crystal out of the console. That was a lot of talk about the word blue. So there you go. Maziar says, at least she didn't wake up Henry. Dude, like right when we were about to go live, she walks out of her room. And we're like, God, dang it, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she said she couldn't go to sleep. So now she's watching, there's this YouTube channel called Cardboard World. And somebody makes like a bunch of stuff out of cardboard. So that's what she's doing. I better stop talking about her because she'll come in here and then that's a whole thing, you guys. It's a whole thing. It is ironic that Chloe mentions to Clark that out of all the powers he has, bringing back people from the dead isn't one of them, since that is apparently her power, as seen in the season 6 finale, Phantom. Isn't that right, Maggie? It remains a mystery how, you know what, I'm going to save some of this because like I don't want to have to reread it, and I feel like some of this is stuff that Maggie's going to need to know, so Yeah. How is everybody? How's everything going? Everybody good? Maggie's back. Okay. It remains a mystery how Kara was simultaneously depowered and teleported to Detroit, as well as losing her memory at the end of the episode. Possibly this was induced by Jor-El tapping into the powers of the fortress, or by Zor-El, who might have used advanced crystal technology of either the fortress or his own technology, as demonstrated previously in Lara, the episode, when he partially erased Kara's memory. The loss of Kara's powers could have also been triggered by the blue crystal, since the destruction of the clones of Lara and Zor-El was accompanied by a blue light that might have influenced Kara.
That's a lot.
What do you think?
That both Jor-El and Zor-El both have crystal technologies.
Well, I mean, that's like saying, both Matt and Maggie have Apple technologies. Like, crystal technology is just, it's what they do on Krypton.
I know, but like, oh, hey, Jor-El's working with crystals. I should work with crystals, but I'm going to make it really effed up because I love his wife.
Okay, but I hear you, and you're not completely wrong. But I feel like crystals in Krypton is like electricity here. Right, like
Yes,
everyone uses
I get
it.
you.
It's not, it's ubiquitous.
I get you.
Right?
I get you.
It's like hydropower, right? Hydro Man.
Hydrochloric.
Wait, cleaning out your butthole. So yes, Sailor Pandy. She
Yes,
does
she
think you're a
does.
real Sailor Scout.
Yes.
She keeps waiting for you to show up whenever we're watching Sailor Moon together. So
She
So,
said, "Are you talking about me?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Wherever you see Sailor Panty's picture." Yeah. I like it.
Aw. Yeah. So she's depowered. I don't know if you gathered that.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. I mean, that's not, I guess it could be technically a spoiler, I guess. But, I mean, she's just laying there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you would imagine she probably doesn't have any powers.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, no memory, no powers. Earlier this season, I talked about the fact that finally they fixed Kara
Yeah.
to be like an enjoyable character. But then they're going to ruin it in like 3 episodes. This is when
This
they
is
ruin
it.
it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Like, it's just,
Cool.
we're just back to, because like we finally had Kara and Clark on the same level,
Yeah.
like an
Yeah.
understanding with one another.
Yes.
And now that's gone again. And it's like, great. I love it. I love, retreading shit from 4 episodes ago, love it. It's great.
Good job.
It's great. Clark bears a striking resemblance to his biological father, as seen when Lara initially mistakes Clark/Kal-El for Jor-El. This was also revealed in the season 3 episode Relic, where Clark was able to see the memories of Joe, aka Jor-El. And he also pretended to be him at the end, remember?
Yeah.
To make the mayor be like, fuck, I gotta stop, I'm sorry. Joe? That's the whole thing. This is the first episode since the episode Action that Lois appeared in, where she isn't in any physical danger. The manner Clark overpowers Zor-El with green kryptonite is similar to how Brainiac defeats Clark in the episode Solitude. Although a very small cameo in this episode, the Detroit bus boy is Laura Vandervoort's then boyfriend, Corey Seaver. He was given a guest star status in a future episode this season.
Oh. Yeah. Lucky dog.
In more ways than one, am I right? This episode establishes that at least one morph of kryptonite was present prior to Krypton's destruction, because the ring had blue kryptonite.
Yeah.
It does kind of bring some questions, though. Like, how? I thought the whole point of kryptonite was that it was radiated pieces of their home
Crystal.
world. It's not crystal. Maggie, damn
Sailor
it.
Moon crystal.
No.
Smallville crystal.
No. Don't.
It is. Oh, Lord. What, baby? Oh, go.
It's
Go.
okay. You can do that, honey.
Go. Go.
This is the second appearance. No, you
No,
need to go
no.
potty. This is the second appearance of Laura L. and Zor-El. Their first was in the episode Laura. The article Grant shows to Lois, which she wrote, is from the Underground Fighting Club. I hate that it's called Fighting Club. Like,
That's what it was.
I know, it's a fight club,
Yeah.
not fighting club.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, it's
My
I
brain.
mean, like, it's not wrong, but like it just sounds wrong, you know?
Oh.
The Underground Fighting Club. I don't know. From the episode Combat. Julian Luther was last seen as a baby in Lex's flashbacks in the season 3 episode Memoria, where he was thought to be killed by his mother, but Lex would take the blame, for which would lead to the strained relationship between him and Lionel. Again, we're just kind of shitting on all of that, just so we can have a Lois sleeps with her boss storyline. What a waste.
Yeah.
What a waste.
What a waste.
When Chloe advises Clark not to wear rings until his wedding day, she is alluding to the time Cal emerged when Clark wore a red kryptonite class ring. Besides the blue victory ring, other appearances of kryptonite rings include Clark's red class ring, seen in the episode Red, Exodus, Exile, and Phoenix. Lots of rings.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm put a
Is
ring
there-
on it.
Is there like rainbow rings?
Maggie, let me ask you this: What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean rainbow rings?
Yeah, like we got red. Is there orange? Is there yellow? We got green. We
This
got
isn't
blue.
the fucking Green Lantern.
This is purple. Is there purple?
There's the Indigo Tribe. You son of a bitch! How dare you? All right.
I'm
How
sorry.
dare you?
Excusez-moi.
Agent Orange. That's his name. There's only one of them. And his power is avarice. Because they didn't want to go with envy.
Oh.
Because green with envy, but it was supposed to be orange. So he's like fuck, avarice, I guess. Red is rage. Blue is hope. Green is will. Yellow is fear. Because you can't have courage if you have fear. If you're yellow, you're yellow. You yellow belly.
Yeah.
Nobody calls me yellow. Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Anyway, Maggie, what did Alicia use on Clark? In what form did she put red kryptonite on Clark in order to get him to marry her and
Oh.
do the dirty
God.
dirt, do the dirty down in
God,
Vegas?
what did she put? Oh my God. Was it
It was not a ring. It was, in fact,
a belt?
a big old like big old necklace, like with charms, like not like I mean it was like a big, because she was making it in prison or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like she got into pottery or something. I don't know. And it was like I feel like it was like one of those that like you double over
Yeah.
and like like a lei almost.
Yes.
Like I feel like it was like that size, but it was red. It had red kryptonite in it.
I'm
doesn't
sorry. I'm hearing a bunch of.
Jor-El was last heard in the episode Kara. In Kara, the episode, Clark tells Kara, the person, that Zor-El didn't tell her about Kryptonian's weakness to kryptonite because he didn't know. But in this episode, he exploits Clark's susceptibility to blue kryptonite to depower him. So what did Zor-El really know? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
And I don't think we ever know. I'm pretty
Never
sure this is the
will.
last time we ever see him. When Zor-El confronts Lionel, Lionel is rubbing his right hand. This was the hand that was severely injured in the episode Action when he was being held captive. This episode marks the 64th appearance of Clark's blue jacket and red shirt outfit, which he wears frequently throughout the series. Wait. That's not right. It's a red jacket and blue shirt. Cause it's like, cause like the red jacket is like his cape. Have they been combining these the whole time? Because he was wearing the inverse. Is the blue jacket with a red shirt. But
Yes.
we track the 50 like when we hit the cookie cake that we didn't get. That was
Wow.
red jacket,
Way to
blue
just-
shirt.
stick the knife in me.
I'm sorry. That was the red jacket and blue shirt because the Superman uniform. Like it's blue with a red cape. So it's a red jacket with a blue shirt and blue jeans, right?
Yeah.
So what the fuck is this? Clark's blue jacket and red shirt outfit. What the fuck? Okay, one of two things has happened. Either they are combining them and counting either or, which I am not a fan of.
Uh-oh.
Or worse, Clark has worn this outfit 64 times and the other an additional 60 times. And I don't believe that that's true. Because we know he wore a Carhartt jacket for like the first 3 years of the show and plaid.
And plaid.
And
yeah.
plaid, lots of plaid, just
Lots.
and flannel.
Flannel.
That motherfucker, listen, he was sweating balls all the time, okay? All the time. Anything else, man? All right. I forgot to edit out some of the stuff from the prompter,
okay.
so
I'm
I'm
like-
just going to have to let it kind of
Oh,
roll
there you
here a
go.
little bit. All right, now let's get into the freak of the week.
Major funky.
All right, the freak of the week this week is Laura and Zor-El. They both have Kryptonian powers. Well, actually, funny enough, Laura doesn't use any powers in this episode.
No, she does not.
At no point. So, I mean, we're going to say they're Kryptonian powers, but I mean, technically, Laura didn't.
Mhm.
I could have put just Zor-El and I could have put just Laura, but I decided I felt like she was the catalyst enough that it was worth mentioning, and he was the antagonist enough that like he had to be in there. So
Yeah.
I just put them together. Like, who cares? If we had used Laura as the antagonist or the freak of the week for the episode, Lara, then we wouldn't have put her here. But that freak of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did we put her? Wait, hang on. No, it was Agent. It was Agent dude.
Yeah.
It was that Agent guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agent Carter.
Yeah, Agent Carter, yeah. So current ranking at number 1, CK, number 2, Kara, number 3, Bizarro, number 4, Super Lana, number 5, Ben, the Superman from Warrior Angel. Number 6 is the Weather Girls, number 7 is Agent Carter. Maggie, where you want to put Laura and Zor-El?
You're slurring there,
I
bud.
just who cares?
I
Like I want to put them above Lana
I do.
just because I hate Lana.
No, I vote for above Super Lana.
What about
Bizarro.
what about him? Are they better or worse than Bizarro?
I'm you, Clark. I'm just a little more bizarre. But
What do you think?
I think they're better than Bizarro.
You think they're better than
I
Bizarro?
think so.
What about
Kara, I'm you, Clark. I'm just a little more girly.
that's how she talks? How about below Kara?
Below
Really?
Kara.
Wait. You really think Laura and Zor-El deserve third?
No,
I mean, they don't.
they don't.
They don't.
They don't.
Zor-El was terrible. And listen, I love the fact that we got Clark's mom, and that was great. Even though it wasn't actually Clark's mom, it was Clark's like a clone of Clark's mom. But whatever. Did she eat frogs? Nobody knows. All right, that's a Terry Hatcher reference from Lois and Clark and New Adventure of Superman. Don't worry about it. But Maggie, as much as I like Helen Slater, she wasn't great in this. Like, and that's and it's not a slide against her. She was working with what she got. Okay, and
Let's keep
just like
'em-
Mel Brooks said,
Oh,
when you
right.
got it, flaunt it. And they did not have it, so she did not. If you know what I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I mean, Bizarro sucked too, though.
See?
That's the problem. I suck too. I think. I think we should put them below Bizarro.
Okay. The new number 4.
Are you okay?
New number 4. Lara and Zor-El. Stop.
I'm still
Stop.
better.
Stop. Get out of here. Get out of here, Bizarro, you piece of shit. What a waste. Speaking of waste, let's get into puberty. That's the wrong one. Nailed it.
Yep. Big change.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. They didn't have this broke down for
Oh,
me.
Jesus.
So I'm just gonna what I remember. So if there was more, or if some of these didn't show up, correct me in the comments. Clark used the following abilities in this episode: super speed, super strength. Carrie used the following abilities: super speed, super strength, and flight. Zor-El used the following abilities: super speed, super strength, flight, super intellect, and solar eclipse via the fortress. Lara, however, is the first Kryptonian to exhibit absolutely no abilities while under the yellow sun of Earth. It is never revealed if this was done intentionally on her part or if she was indeed powerless. Although she wore Jor-El's blue kryptonite ring around her neck for the first half of the episode, she still didn't display any powers after giving it to Clark. Although she might have displayed invulnerability when Zor-El slammed into the crystals and she got up again rather quickly. So. No flights, no tots, did they? Did they ring the wrong way? Anybody fly? Fucking everybody's flying.
Everybody's flying except
What
for
the
Clark.
hell? Like,
Damn it, Clark.
and like, even when we were watching this, I looked over at you. I was like, see, this is what irritates me.
Yeah.
The only reason he's not is because of their role. Like, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Like, Zor-El's just flying around, fucking doing whatever the hell. Like, and their whole thing is just, oh, well, you know, Clark just, you
Their
know.
hands are tied. He's not supposed to be flying just yet.
I just, like, I wish they would have tried just a little bit harder, you know,
Yeah.
or not let other Kryptonians fly either, you know, or like maybe they can, but like it's very hard to do, you know, and like,
Gravity.
yeah, but no, they're just like, no, everybody can but Clark. Well, why can't Clark? He just can't because we don't want him to. It's so stupid. I'll go Miles Miller. Listen, you might have brought Beetlejuice back, but you suck.
You may have season 2 of Wednesday coming your way.
Yeah. Matt ZR says instead of calling her Super Lana, it should be Bitch Lana.
He really hates her, man. Really hates her.
That's a great drop in, though.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
great. We're not gonna do that, but I like where your head's at. I think it's pretty great. You know what else I think is great, Maggie? Drugs. But kryptonite.
Oxycontin.
So blue kryptonite is introduced for the first time, making this the 6th variant of kryptonite we've seen in the show, following green, red, clear, black, and silver. I'm noticing a certain terrible color palette to kryptonite. Like green and red, okay. Clear, black, and silver. Like, y'all use some imagination, you know?
Purple.
Where's fucking Periwinkle at, you know?
Where's Puce?
Maybe a salmon?
Yeah.
Give me a nice salmon kryptonite.
I know.
You know?
I want a macaroni and cheese color.
Yellow kryptonite?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen yellow kryptonite. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the yellow ring from Sinestro. That might be what I'm thinking of. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Blue kryptonite takes away all Kryptonian abilities and makes the Kryptonian basically human. That's how it works in this. So, of course, we had green kryptonite makes Clark pain, right?
Yeah.
I guess takes away his powers, but just makes him hurt also.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Because, like, he tries to throw the football and, like, he can't, like, I mean, he does throw it, but, like, he doesn't, like,
Yeah.
like, he bleeds. So, I mean, I'm assuming it depowers him, but it
Yeah.
also kills him.
Yeah.
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 And then red kryptonite, of course, takes away his inhibitions and just kind of lets his
Free will all over the place.
dong fly, you know? Then we got clear, which is a rock. We got
Diamond.
It's not diamond. It's just.
Cubic zirconia.
Then we got black, which merges two halves back together and also splits one into two.
Yeah.
Apparently, it
that
does
was a
both.
mess. That was a
Does
mess.
both? And then we have silver, which makes you insane and conspiracy theorists.
Oh, yeah. Paranoid.
But it's actually just Brainiac inside of you. So I don't know if that still counts as kryptonite or not.
Fancy R says it's kryptonite. The colors are plentiful in DC.
Exactly. They could have used so many. And they don't even stick to what the colors are in the comics, to be clear. Like, there's a couple that are the same, like green and red.
Yeah.
Pretty much every other one has changed. Like, I have a whole history of blue kryptonite we're going to be talking about here in a second. And it's completely
yay.
different. It's completely different. Not like completely different, but I mean, it's very much different. So, all right, let's get into That's Just Prom.
Well, that's just prime.
We got Lois.
What genius invented the keyboard? I mean, how hard would it have been to put the letters in alphabetical order?
That was the wrong one.
Loss.
There you go. There you go. Man, do you know why they call it a QWERTY keyboard? Keyboard. Keyboard.
Keyboard.
Keyboard.
How do they call it? QWERTY keyboard.
Do you know?
No.
The guy that invented the QWERTY keyboard.
Yeah.
His last name was QWERTY.
Oh,
QWERTY.
how quirky.
No, QWERTY. Do you know why he made the keyboard in that order? Why he jumbled the letters? So keyboards, I hate that I know all this.
I hate you right now.
All the keyboards used to be in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
But the receptionists were too fast. The typists were too fast. And the machines couldn't keep up with them. So they reworked the order of the keys in order to slow them down. And then as time progressed, and it obviously could have handled, like now it wouldn't matter.
No.
It's just stuck around. At least that's what I've heard. That could be complete bullshit.
I think that sounds like bullshit.
That's what I heard, and I heard it from somewhere.
Oh,
So I'm assuming. I don't remember.
Cite your sources, man.
Maybe my dad. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, I don't know. But that's what I heard. I'm sure. Like, there's probably.
I'm just joking.
No. I'm trying to think. Like, are the keys? I mean, that can't be it, right? Like, the keys aren't in any like order where they get used more, or in like the center, right? Because I mean, like G and H are in the middle, and it's like I wouldn't say G and H are used more than E, and E is like in the top left. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Q I get, W I get, but I feel like E, that's I'm pretty sure that'd be used a lot. You know, A is way over there.
Okay, QWERTY is the standard keyboard layout for typing in English, named after the first 6 letters on the top row keys. The layout was originally designed by Christopher Lotham Scholes for mechanical typewriters.
God damn it. His name wasn't QWERTY?
No, it wasn't. To prevent jamming by spacing out commonly used letters. Scholes patented the design in 1874 and sold it to Remington and Sons, who popularized it on their typewriters.
So I was like almost right.
Yeah.
I was close. But his last name was not QWERTY. What the
Scholes.
fuck? Why? Are we sure? Wait, did he have a nickname?
No, I didn't say anything about nickname.
Was there like hang on. There's got no QWERTY's for a reason. All right? Why QWERTY?
Why?
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 Okay, well, but why? Why QWERTY named after? QWERTY is a keyboard layout. Yeah, no. We know all this. Named for the first 6. No, I know. What was the last name of its creator? It was created by the typewriters. Typewriters were originally laid out in alphabetical order. This is on r/Mandela effect. Does anyone else remember the first 6 letters of the U.S. keyboard QWERTY were because of its creator's last name? I Googled it, and it turns out it was actually created by Christopher Lotham Scholes. I clearly remember to be taught in school that some guy with QWERTY last name designed it, because I always had the idea in mind that it was no reasonable to say it was intended to be the best possible key distribution for a comfort keying, and the designer put his last name on it just to be remembered. You're confusing the QWERTY keyboard with the Dvorak keyboard. The QWERTY keyboard was never named after anyone, and its origins are easy to find on Google. Google does not exist in their universe. They vividly remembered as John QWERTY.
What? Did I hear that right?
It was created for typewriters. Typewriters were, but what about QWERTY?
But you said in their universe. Like, what the crap?
That's from r/Mandela effect. All right. All right. So here's what I'm getting. I'm right. I just belong in a different universe. Okay. That's the only reasonable explanation for this.
I belong in that universe too, because I remember Berenstain being spelled differently. So
now that's bullshit. I'm joking. All right. We got Lex and, and Grant. Do you want Lex or Grant?
I'll be Lex.
Okay.
A tropical 7-Up, DJ Night. Sounds good. Ooh. It's better the world knows you as Grant Gabriel.
My name is Julian Luther.
Not outside of this room.
What is she doing? Remember when I was like, hey, if you interrupt us once. What's up?
I'll do.
Okay. We got Zor-El, and I think it's just Zor-El, so I'll just read it. You're just as stubborn as my brother. Soon you could be just as dead. If you value your life, tell Kal-El to trust his uncle. You'll be better off in the end. And Lionel shows up, and he's like, Kal-El is following his own destiny. I will do nothing to stop his course. That's it. That's the whole thing. All right, everybody. You know what? Let's get into DC references. Part of a bigger universe. You
become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
I broke my microphone thing at some point. Like it's just not. Like I tried gluing it. You can kind of see like a bunch of white right here. Use some of that Gorilla Glue. So much for that, right? How about 100 dudes versus Gorilla Glue? You know what I'm saying? All right, listen. Comics history of Blue Kryptonite is as follows. See, I want Maggie to hear this. Maggie, can you hear me? I don't think she can hear me. So we're gonna give it out. Too bad Maggie isn't here to say her fury out. Oh yeah. Hey, fury out. Fury out. Nailed it. Good job. So we got comics history of Blue Kryptonite. The pre-crisis Blue Kryptonite was created using the duplicator ray on a piece of green kryptonite, which Superman used to halt an army of advancing Bizarros. Blue Kryptonite only affected Bizarros and was harmless to humans and Kryptonians. This is pre-crisis.
An army of me? Ow. Ow.
Post-crisis Blue Kryptonite was the opposite to the more common green variety and made Kryptonian-based Bizarros highly intelligent. So it didn't hurt them, it actually made them smarter. A process that scared them. I don't know who the them is in this.
I'm scared to be
Smart.
No.
Smart.
Because, like, I think, like, Jesus.
We're cool.
Post-Infinite Crisis, so this is post-2005, Blue Kryptonite caused Bizarro pain, much like green Kryptonite, but gave Kryptonians even more power. So it souped them up. Souped them up. Is souped short for super? Like if you soup something up, is that short for super?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I just never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Like I would never say I supered.
No.
Yeah.
You'd say
I souped it up.
Souped up
I souped up your car.
Yeah.
So I supered up your car.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. That sounds fake. Earth Prime history. An enemy from the anti-Superman army, dubbed the Blue K-Man, stated that his kryptonite radiation wavelength was cancerous to the soul. Zadu, the Phantom King, recoiled out of fear while in the kryptonite man's presence because he was an ethereal being from the Phantom Zone, and blue kryptonite radiation caused spiritual death.
Xanadu?
No, Zadu. It's different. It's different enough
I just
to avoid. No, it's different enough to avoid lawsuits. All right,
Xanadu.
listen. In other media, the Super Friends Blue Kryptonite was used by Superman to reverse the effects of exposure to red kryptonite that caused him to rapidly age. So in Super Friends, red kryptonite caused Clark to become super old, but blue kryptonite reversed the effects. Superman later claimed that when the radiation of red kryptonite passes through his blue suit, it turns into blue kryptonite. Justice League Crisis on Two Earths blue kryptonite had the same effect on Ultraman as green kryptonite did on Superman, and was used by Lex Luthor to defeat Ultraman. So this was not the crime syndicate, the evil.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like, what was his name? Johnny Speed. What was his name? The British Flash. And Superwoman, who was actually Lois Lane.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And then Owlman, but it was actually Thomas Wayne Jr.
Yeah.
And it was the Talon, but it was Owlman. That was in
There's
Forever
too
Evil.
much.
That was
That's
Forever
too
Evil. That was a
much.
different thing, which actually was really fucking cool. I really liked that book. DC Superhero Girls version of Blue Kryptonite create confusion for all who get too close to it. It was used by Lena Luthor. Hey, thanks Stan Joseph for subscribing. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Dog Pound. But yeah, it was used by Lena Luthor to create blue cryptomites. Mites with an M. Chloe says Clark's injuries are raging bull bad, a reference to the 1980 Robert De Niro film about a violent boxer. Volatile boxer. Boxer briefs. Better check your McFly before your dock flops out. All right. It's time for the countdown. It's time for the countdown to Superman. That's right, everybody. It is 4 weeks until Superman returns to cinemas. So I mentioned this earlier. The Amazon tickets went on sale today. If you have Amazon Prime, apparently you can get access to early bird tickets.
If your local
If your local
theaters
theater
are
offers it, yeah.
participating in
None of ours are. So, but you can watch it on a Tuesday. I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a movie today.
for a hamburger.
I would gladly pay you today to watch a movie on Tuesday. Get it?
Good job, Matt.
Nailed it. But no, real tickets go on sale at some point. Probably tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe sooner. Who knows? I need to check. A new feature film about DC superhero Wonder Woman is also being written right now, says DC Studios co-chief James Gunn in her interview with EW. The movie would be in addition to an HBO series about Wonder Woman's home of Themyscira, which Gunn says is slow moving, but it's moving. So that was that's your little bit of Superman news we got for you. I doubt Wonder Woman will pop up in this if they're just writing the movie now. Doubt it. I'm still holding out hope we get Kara in this one since they're already filming.
They
Supergirl.
already have had her casted and stuff. So
I mean, throw her in there. I want to see Superman's cousin.
Yeah.
Maybe Crypto finds her.
Yeah.
Maybe Stinky the cat shows up. Streaky the cat. That's what it was. Streaky. And it's like it's fast.
Yes.
But it also. Did you ever hear the other reason why it's named Streaky?
Because leave streaks on the rug.
Yeah. That was it. That was it. When Streaky was a normal cat.
Yeah.
Because for some reason in one of the versions, Streaky was just a normal cat. It wasn't a Kryptonian cat.
Oh, it wasn't the guinea pig that dropped the F-bombs?
No. No. Get out of here. We don't talk about that.
What's up, peace emoji cat?
Peace emoji cat. Hey guys, what you do?
What you-
Hey, we do you. Boo.
No.
We do the do. Maybe we boo the do. It is
Sometimes
time to
to
rank the do's. Sorry, that was terrible. Next time on Smallville.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Season 7, episode 9. Gemini. Maggie, the name of the next episode is Gemini. Based solely off of the title, Maggie, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think the plot of the next episode is? This is to be clear, this is the mid-season finale.
Well,
The next episode is the mid-season finale.
I am a Gemini myself. That's my sign. No,
Huh?
I'm a Gemini.
Son, like
Yeah.
Ace of Base?
Like the oh my
Zodiac
God.
Killer?
Yeah. No. The Zodiac, yes.
Oh, yeah. Like
you're a
Jackie Chan Adventures.
I can't remember.
It's
Aquarius.
a Chinese Zodiac. Aquarius, the dawning
Yes.
of the age of Aquarius.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm-
it would usher in the Antichrist. As
Yeah, that's
that
true.
one
That one video.
told us.
I am a Gemini. So it says that Geminis have two sides to them like they're twins.
Two sides.
One side's the good side, like an angel. The other side's like the bad side, the evil side, like a devil.
Maybe I'm an angel, and maybe I'm a devil, or an angel, or maybe I'm a devil, or maybe I'm an angel, or maybe I'm a devil, or maybe I'm an angel, or maybe I'm a devil. Ferguson.
Okay.
Ferguson explains it all.
Chicago picture.
Well,
Anyways,
so is that the plot?
somebody somewhere. I don't think it's Clark. It has to be, I don't know, Lana, maybe.
Has two sides?
She already shown her two sides.
Oh, okay.
Matt needs sleep.
It was Ferguson from the episode of Clarissa Explains It All where Ferguson died. It's like, what?
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 Where Ferguson died.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like It's a Wonderful Life. He wasn't really dead.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he's like showing Clarissa what life would have been like without Ferguson, and like everybody's life is worse. And then, like it's like a dream or something. It's not real. But then he's like, "I'm an angel,
Oh yeah.
or maybe I'm a devil, or maybe I'm an angel, or maybe I'm a devil." Like, because they would be like Smoke. He would be dressed as an angel, and then Smoke, and then he'd be dressed like a devil.
Yes,
And it did,
yes.
it did that
For a good
way
bit.
too long. Yeah,
The
it
bit
was,
went on too long.
yeah, but that's what made it hilarious. That was that's my shit. Being honest, it's great. Classic bits. You know what else is classic?
Going to bed.
Going to bed, everybody. Thanks for watching. We hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Special thanks to Basilius and Stupidonia. Thank you for being our Patreon producer for the month. We greatly appreciate you. We'll be back again tomorrow night with going back to Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon's Cosmic Power Rewind, where we're doing that episode. We're skipping Digimon this week because we did Digimon last week, and so we're getting them caught up with each other. And there may be more changes afoot for scheduling, so just be aware that we'll maybe have that out for you at some point. But yeah, we're gonna try and actually go live at the time we're supposed to tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll see. We think we got a plan. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
But that is gonna wrap it up, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye.